wanted to talk about why you want to get away from the idea of having a cheat meal or a cheat day or a cheat weekend. So first off, just put it out there, whether or not you're counting your macros or counting your calories, your body still is. Your body's still understanding what you're intaking. So don't think that because you have a day that you're off your diet, it's going to be any different than if you were on your diet that day, because you have to think of your diet as a whole. So it's something that every single day counts. Now, does that mean you have to be super rigid? No. That's where we get into the idea of flexible dieting. Because if I tell you you can't have whatever your favorite food is, if you really like gummy bears and I say, hey, you can't have gummy bears ever again, like you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to want gummy bears more than ever. That's just, simple psychology. That's the way your brain's going to work. If I tell you can never have them, then you're going to go out and you're going to have to go off your diet, because eventually, if that's your favorite food, you're going to end up wanting it. So that's where you want to program in being able to have the foods that you like, or those, junk foods or foods that you think might not be good for your diet. So when you have that cheat meal or cheat day, you end up usually taking in a large amount of calories, and what that does is put you into a caloric surplus, which means that you're probably going to gain weight that day. Now, a lot of times what people will do is during the week, they'll have a lower calorie amount, and on the weekend, they'll hit some higher calorie amount. Usually they won't even know what amount they're hitting because it's untracked. And a big problem with that is that the longer you withhold food or restrict yourself, the more likely you are subconsciously to go for calorie-dense foods and go for bigger portions. So you set yourself up to have a day where you end up going and having a ton of calories or a big surplus. So when this happens, where you're low during the week and then high during the weekend or a weekday or whatever it is for your cheat, for that span of time while you're restricting, it's going to be hard for you to get enough protein to maintain your muscle mass. So even if you are losing weight on those days, there's a good chance that the ratio of fat and muscle that you're losing isn't going to be favorable. It's not going to be as good as you want. And then on that day where you go to your cheat meal or cheat day, there's a good chance the food that you're picking isn't going to be high in protein. So then you're going to be in a calorie surplus and probably still being low on your protein. So you're likely to gain weight. You can't gain a lot of muscle in one day, even if you were hitting a lot of protein. So what's going to happen is during the week, you're losing weight, but you're losing some of your muscle. During the weekend, you're gaining weight, but you're gaining probably more fat that day than you would like to. So you can see where the idea of having a up and down diet is going to put you in the position to not have a favorable body composition. And then when you have that day where you eat a bunch of food, it's easier the next day to not eat as much food. And then as you have those days where you're not eating as much food, you set yourself up to have just another big day. So it comes into this yo-yo of eating not very much, eating a whole bunch, eating not very much, eating a whole bunch. So don't get caught in the cycle. Try and get yourself on more of a flat line. Meet somewhere in the middle. So instead of having, the whole package of gummy bears on the weekend, or 2 packages, or, sometimes whatever it is, try and spread it out. Have a little bit. Be moderate with it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, always let us know.